Hello there, everyone, and how are you guys today? Well, we would just like to remind you to like, comment, and subscribe if you have not already. Now,
Hello, my sunflowers. How are you? Well, I hope everything with you is wonderful, really. I hope you had a great day. Well, with no further ado, I'm going to be reading on, don't tell me, Tamera. Tia, sister twin. I wasn't going to read on her. I actually wasn't because she's trying to live this private life and keep it on the down low. But baby Crone says, no, read on her. Read on. I want to know what's going on. So I'm reading on her. But before I read on her, it just seems like she's been on the internet a lot. I'm not used to seeing her there, but she's on like she could have been on a long time, but she's on the internet with her son, not doing dancing or anything, but just doing funny, goofy things the way that Tamara does. And frankly, I truly believe that Tia used her sister to get recognition for her show because everyone is buzzing about her show.
that's true.
That she didn't even tell her sister about, A, and B, but you used her for clout. You used her, you used Corey, you used them for clout to promote your show. Now, if they don't mind, then cool. But if they mind, no good can come out of that. You can't climb on other people's backs and use them and use their name and then come back and try to backpedal and say, oh no, we're fine. You made it clear, Tia, that y'all were not cool. And that's okay. It's okay not to be cool. Because I can see why. Y'all are so different. Y'all don't even look, you look alike, but you don't look identical. And I don't know, what about you? Y'all work so hard to look different.
Right, yep, y'all are different.
Y'all are different. You don't even look alike. You don't sound alike. You know they got that DNA. I'm not denying that.
Your facial features still
Their facial features are still the same, but one is a little thicker than the other. One got that mole. Y'all just not identical. Y'all don't sound identical. Y'all don't look not anymore. Not anymore. What do you have to say to that, baby Crone? So I guess what I want to know is, from the way it looks, somebody is jealous of somebody. Now, I think Tia is jealous of Tamara. That's what I think. And I said that in another reading.
Yes, you did.
Because before anything came out about this, I said this. So let's see because at the end of the day, why would Tamara be jealous when Tamara got everything she wanted? She's living her dream. She's with her husband. He loves her. She have her children. She's getting ready to do her own thing. Why would I want to be with my sister, life, who lives in total opposition of me? And Tamara even said that she loved the more Christian side of things. So I get it. And Tia is like more universal love. She done changed over the years. And there's nothing wrong with that. But nevertheless, let's just get on Tamara and let's see where Tamara is in this. She's sitting pretty. What? She's a queen, honey. She got money. She ain't hurting. She's sitting up there like a rich. You know what they say, shut your mouth. She's sitting up there rich and control. And like, I know who I am. I am living my best life as a queen and holding. There is nothing I want, honey. Nothing. Everything I want. Good loving, check. They were talking about caressing and sucking on titties. Remember that? Being fed very well. They're being taken care of. Financially, I want nothing. I have everything. The world is in my hands. That's how she seems. No, I am not jealous of Tia at all. I don't want her drama. That's what I'm picking up on her. I don't want her drama. I don't want her life. She doesn't want her life. That's what
That's
I hear
true.
her saying. She doesn't want her life. And if she doesn't want her life, that's why she's doing the show, trying to find herself. I'm not lost. I just hear her ranting. I don't even, and it's so funny because she was not my favorite one. Tia was the one. Now it's like, but here, when I think about Tia, I think she feel lost with Tia. I feel as though she feel lost, but also she feel guarded too. Like, you know how she feel lost with Tia. Like she don't understand Tia. She don't know where Tia is. Tia done changed. And she doesn't know if it was the marriage. She don't know what was it. But Tia has changed to Tamera. And so Tamera is guarded because Tamera, from what it seems like, this just came to me, is that Tia tends to hurt Tamara's feelings and make Tamara feel bad. Because Tamara seems like she's more, not that she won't speak up for herself, but she's more sensitive. And Tia knows that. And she uses that for her advantage. Speaking of, that's why she was able to use Tamara's name for to get clicks and bait and people interested in her story by saying a thing like that. You never did that in all your years that I know of, but you did it because you got a reality show coming and you're trying to get people to come. We were coming. We were coming. You didn't have to use your sister. You was doing fine. We were coming, but you used your sister. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
No matter what you say, you can't convince me otherwise. You used your sister, and the way you used her in a negative way.
That's why she tried to take it back.
That's why you tried to take it back, but black and white, you can't take it back.
Uh-huh.
So let's see. And I see that it takes strength for Tia. I mean, it takes strength for Tamera to deal with Tia. It takes strength and patience and understanding. And I see Tia saying, I see Tamera as saying, I just don't have it to give right now. I'm just guarded. She hurts. She stings. She stings when she's hurt or when she's troubled or Tia stings. You know how sometimes when people get hurt, they get clumsy with their feelings. They take it out on you indirectly. They don't mean to. So she's hurting. And Tamara is saying, I don't have to take that. I don't. And her husband is a voice of reason and a voice of inspiration too, and give her the strength. Because I get to a point where it seems to me that Tamara really went through a very sad time at their separation. But I feel as though that they were separating little bit by little bit, even when they had their show. And I think that Tamara was dealing with it then. But I think this big separation, I think that she just saying, I need this. My sister is just a lot to deal with. And she could be very, very offensive. And Tia, from what I know about Tia, she can be very, very self-absorbed. So that makes her selfish, even though she doesn't mean to be that way. And I think because she was the called out one, she was the popular one, she was the black one, she was the one that everybody gravitated to. While they left Tia over there, they left Tamera over there, she was the white one. She was the prudish. She was the one. But as I see Tamara, she is just as black and just as she just have class and air about her, like Toni Braxton.
Yes.
You can have a sister like Tamar, which would be Tia, which would be Tia. Not to that extent, but yeah, like Tamar. And then you have a sister like Toni. And that's how I see them. I see her sister as classy, not wanting to put her stuff out there, but she's never surprised of the moves that Tia will do. And Tia probably feels as though Tamara is jealous of her. But Tamara is always willing to talk to Tia, is always willing to work it out and always willing to fix that because Tamara says, I am not jealous of Tia. I have to fight that. That's in her head. Those are her ideas. But I have to fight up against that because I don't want to be. You know what I mean? She feel like we're twins. I feel like we're a lot alike already. So no, but there can be jealousy between them. I truly still think it's Tamera. I think it's Tia. So what's coming in? What's coming into something that she has to deal with right now? What is it? Are you jealous of your sister? What's coming in? I don't see what's coming in. I just see what's going out. And I see whatever that conversation that they tried to have, it didn't work. It just made her furious and say, you know what? I can't deal with this. Tia is going to have to work this out on her own. I can't deal with Tia right now. She just can't deal with Tia. She said Tia's a burden. She'll find her way back to the family roots. Tia's just out there doing her own thing, living her life, living fame, doing it. But that's what Tia's doing. Tamera said, I'm not like that. I'm about my home life. I'm about living my life. I'm about being there with my family. I will fight the deaths so my husband and I can have this combined union. I moved so we could be. I didn't want nothing to come up in between my marriage. I want my marriage to work. And Tamara is saying, I'm not going to let Tia, no one come up against my marriage. My marriage means the world to me. Tia loves her marriage and she's willing to fight for it. And even if that means cutting Tamara out her life, Tia out those names, cutting Tia out her life, not cutting her out, but not indulging in that negativity because she doesn't want to bring it home to her husband. Then she's like, I got to worry about my own life, my own sanity, my own children, my own job. And this is where Tia is. And she's focusing a lot of attention on that because to deal with Tia, she says to deal with Tia, it's a lot. She said, take strength. And she says, and it's like trying to play a fair game, because Tia doesn't always play fair. She doesn't always go by the rules. And sometimes it's hard for Tia to see when Tia's in error. Sometimes Tia have a one-track mind. These are the feelings that I hear Tamara is saying. So Tamara is talking a lot about Tia, and it feels like it's pent-up energy. It's like I talk about it, but it feels like I just want the world to know it's not me. Tia, I love my sister, and I know my sister loved me, but we just have issues, and we have grown apart because of marriages and our lives and the decisions that we chose to take. Boy, I feel like I'm right all in this drama. Hold up. Whew. And I hear her saying we're close, but this thing has disrupted us, and it even bothers the family. The family doesn't like this. This is not normal. This is not normal, but this is just the way it has to be for now. You have a question?
Yes, my question.
How's that?
Yeah, it's good reading so far.
Whew, I'm exhausted.
My question is, could Tia be jealous of Tamera?
Could Tia?
Mm-hmm.
Is Tia jealous of Tamera? Stardom? Stable with the pentacle and the horse? Okay. So when I see this, you tell me the star.
Mm-hmm.
You see the pentacle on the black horse, stable, and you see the wand as a child. Now, this is what I see. First of all, I see someone that's a star. That's somebody that's very famous, okay? And I see that your question was?
Is Tia jealous of Tamera?
I see a star, somebody that's very famous and don't want to share their limelight right now. I don't want to be connected as a sister. I want to do this thing alone. So this is something apparently they've been going through. Is she jealous of her sister? I think if she's jealous because her back is turned. So if her back is turned, it's like because of the stableness and the stillness. And both beings are standing still while she's in motion. So she's moving and she's a lot. She's in a lot, but the stillness of her sister, the calmness of her sister life, the marriage, all those things that Tia want. Tia don't want to be alone. Her sister is like and maybe what I'm also picking up is by watching her sister marriage and watching her sister happiness made her also see the faults in her marriage. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, there is jealousy, but it's jealousy of her peace. It's jealousy of her happiness. And Tamar show it. When you in love and you happy, you just show it. You don't mean to make nobody feel bad, but it's just when you in love, you can't sit on it. Birds are chirping, you're happy. And on those days, you're just happy. And I think that, yes, I think Tia is jealous of Tamara's marriage. Not that she doesn't want her to be happily married. Mm-hmm. You understand? Yeah. But she wished she had that. And I think a part of it is watching not just her friends, I'm keeping them out of it, but watching the relationship with Tia, with Tamera and her marriage when they were together. I think a lot of this made her realize I must be missing something in mine, comparing.
That makes sense.
That's what I pick up here. Everything I say is allegedly, but this is what I'm picking up. And I see, but the one thing that I can say, and I don't have to lay cards down, but I was going to say the girls love each other. They do. They do. They're fighting. They're fighting. They're fighting over their independence, their own identity. And I understand Tamara. I don't mind Tia having her independence and her identity. It's the way you go about it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I see new beginnings. So they both are new beginnings, especially for Tia. As that kid, she's embarking on a whole nother career. So there's something new going on in Tamara's life, not Tia. There's something going on in Tamara's life. She's embarking on some new territories, a new job or something. Something's new. And she's like a kid in a candy store. She's excited about it. I don't know, but either she's doing it or she's going to be starting something new. I see that there is a fight and she's looking back at it. And she doesn't feel defeated. She just feels saddened that it have to come to this. But she's mature enough and understand that sometimes these things must happen so we can find our own way in life. Mm-hmm. And she understands it now. But it didn't happen yesterday. This has been years of coming to this place. And it took years for Tia to say it out loud. If that makes sense. Mm-hmm. So this is not something that just was happening. This was something that was happened or has happened. And Tia just didn't want to go in her show with thinking, where is Tia? I mean, where is Tamera? Why is she out? That was her way of saying she's not going to be a part of it. I don't want her a part because I'm trying to break away from the old paradigm. I'm trying to do something new. I'm trying to be independent. I don't want to share this with my sister. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. But it's always the way we do things, isn't it?
Yes, it is the way you do
things.
So
I definitely see that there was friction. Yes. And I definitely see that they will talk and it's not over. And I definitely see this is new beginnings. So yes, they will talk again. This is not permanent. They probably talked already, but it is not the same with them. And I hate to say this. I don't think it'll ever be the same.
Okay.
Even if they get close, they'll never be close like they once was. Never. Mm-mm. And so I do see that, I think, and I still say it, I think Tia is a little jealous of Tamara's marriage, her life, and everything. She wished she had what Tamara had. I mean, you got to understand, her husband, Corey, didn't have a family with money. So Tia married a man, apparently, with a vineyard. And she went, so, these are things. So she's looking back over her life, comparing her life with her sister. And she feels as though she made a wrong decision. I don't think so, but she thinks so. And so there you have it. You have anything else you want to add? I thought that was good. What do you think?
Yeah, I thought that was a good reading on...
Mm-hmm. Tamara, she loves her sister.
Yeah, most definitely.
But sometimes you just have to let people go and figure it out. And I'm so glad that she have a husband there to help her, because I still get the feeling that Tamar is very sensitive. And their signs are what?
Cancer.
They both are very, very sensitive. And Tamara is way more sensitive than Tia. You know, Tia got a more hard shell than Tamara. So Tamara, it's best that Tamara has to back off and let Tia be Tia, you know, and love her where she is. And did it hurt Tia when Tamara? Did it hurt Tamara when Tia went and did the show and didn't tell her? Yes. She found it very offensive. She was shocked. She was shocked that Tia went and got a job and did all of that in spite of everything. She was shocked that Tia didn't tell her and that she had to find out. That's when she knew this is big. So for Tia to come out and say it, I don't think Tamar was taken by surprise when she heard, because the comment was taken when Tamar said, hey, I didn't know. I found out like everybody else. Then after that, that's when we heard that was Tia in a retaliation, because that's how it's coming off to me. It may have allegedly, but that's how it's coming off. And so, but Tamar was offended, right?
Yes.
And Tia probably saw it and said, well, we haven't been talking in a long time. My sister and I just retaliating. As Tamar know that Tia do. And Tia will be offensive. And Tia and Tamar know her sister. She know how her sister think. They know how each other think, but they have grown apart. And when you grow apart, something's broken. It's not the same. You don't see each other. You don't get each other like you used to. And that's what I see. But I do see that they will get back together. I don't think their relationship will ever be the same. Either they'll be 10 times closer, or they'll just be love sisters and never walk the same again. Time will tell. Well, that's my reading on Tamar. I didn't know it would be this heavy. Tamar seems to me like a person that sits on a lot of emotions, a lot of feelings, and she's not like her sister that wants to sit down and just talk to the world about it. She likes to talk to her friends or talk to her husband or her mother. She likes privacy. She doesn't want to go to the world with her business as Tamar does. She done all that.
You mean
as Tia does. You know what I say when I make this Tia and Tamar. Tia, Tamara, tomatoes, you know what I'm saying. So with that being said, just understand when I'm saying Tia, this reading is about Tia, but is Tia jealous over? Is Tamar jealous over Tia? And my answer and the cards are saying to me, no. I didn't see a tower. I didn't see the devil for deception. I didn't see grief. I didn't. Everything I see is that this is a competition of wills, of gaining their own identity. This is the first time I know them outside of movies and everything. This is their first time. So Tia is doing a big thing. We'll see how her show is. I can't wait to look at it and give you my feedback, because if it's good, it's good. And if it's not, it's not. So we'll wait to see. So that's my reading on Tia.
Tamera.
That's my reading on Tamara and how the relationship is with her twin sister, Tamera. And I do not think that Tamara is jealous of Tia, but I do think that Tia is jealous of Tamara's lifestyle and her wedding. And because that is the one thing I asked baby Crone, why would you leave a marriage to come out of a marriage to get married again? And because she looks at her sister and she sees what she has, and now she wants that. Maybe not like that, but you get what I'm saying. And that can happen. And she may never even admit it to herself. But right now, Tia is happy and she's living in her world. And Tamara is happy living in her world, and she wished Tia nothing but the best. And even if it's superficial, even if they both have superficial feelings for each other. Because when you're hurt and you're angry, sometimes it's hard to move past those feelings. But that's why I say, even though the sentiment is there, but they may have talked, but right now these girls are just not walking in the same beat. And this is a time where Tia has to do it her way. And this is a time where Tamara has to let her sister go and stay out and don't give her opinion or her advice, but let Tia do it Tia's way. For good or for bad, it's Tia way. And Tamara, you just be there and live your life, girl, and let Tia be Tia. And that's my read. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you happen to get this far, please thumb us up and please leave us if you have anything to say about this reading. I love to hear your what are they? Comments. I forgot. I would love to hear your comments. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. It really, really means a lot to us. You could just boop, cost you nothing, and it's over. Just like that. And we thank you for joining us. Really, we do. We love you, right?
Yes.
Sunflowers.